Hello, students. Welcome to Learning Management System Program BSc Language English 4th semester, session number 17, chapter name Prayer Before Birth. A poem uh, accredited by Ravi Kumar Gai, Assistant Professor in Department of English in Government First Aid College, Yelahanka, Bangalore. The Prayer Before Birth, written by Louis MacNeice. Frederick Louis MacNeice, Introduction to Poet, 1907 to 1963. Frederick Louis MacNeice was an Irish poet and a playwright. He attended Merton College, Oxford, and worked as a lecturer at Birmingham University, Bedford College in London, and the University of New York. In early 1941, the BBC employed MacNeice and he remained there as a producer from 1941 to 1949. He wrote various plays for radio, the most famous being The Doctor one. His works include letters from Iceland, which he wrote with W.H. Aden. He belongs to the Aden group, whose members were W.H. Aden, Stephen Spender, and the MacNeice himself. The Aden group needed to communicate with their fellow men and to participate actively in the public life in order to better human conditions because of the brutal facts of the day, such as unemployment and the economic crisis in the 30s. They used poetry to discuss ideas and to try to improve the world they lived in. In 1947, the BBC sent MacNeice to report on Indian independence and partition. The MacNeice was awarded the CBE in the 1958 New Year's Honors List. In August 1963, he went caving in the Yorkshire to gather sound effects of his final radio play. He was caught pneumonia and died soon after that. About the poem. The Prayer Before Birth, is made up of 8 stanzas. The layout at first sight gives the general impression that each stanza is shorter than the following one. Throughout this, the poet tries to build the world that the unborn child must live in, a world of humanity and life. As life is a movement, and the visual shape of the poem on the page gives us the impression of the movement. Here we can see this how it's a funnel like, as the beginning was shorter and the last one, before last one, is the largest. Like here, and the last one also, it's a continuous process. It's going to be the bigger than the earlier one. Shows that how the impression gives us, so that's like a womb, and it's the funnel like, as well as it's coming down. Lines which irregularity of lines which are the various length and the layout seems to see then that the layout of this poem with its unusual line arrangements and its movement contributes to the effectiveness of the message. Prayer Before Birth is a poem in free verse because it lacks the conventional stanza division and a regular rhyme scheme, and makes use of repetition of sounds, words, syntactic structures, and alliterations. Of the introduction to poem. The poet wants to create a world of solidity for the unborn child, but this attempt cannot be useful because the society of his time is not human and his construction seems to slide. The anxiety conveyed by the speaker is visualized by the numerous run-on lines, which seem to hurry and overflow. They create effects of continuity. Have conversation ring from the title of and from the first line we notice that it is a case impossible situation. In fact, that the speaker is an unborn child, and this unborn child speaks very well. He is wise and has a voice of experience even before the event of his birth. The theme of the poem, the theme Louis Mackniss makes is a psychological exploration of identity even before birth. The unborn child is frightened by the prospect of taking on an identity like that of the majority of the men of the author's time. Each of the 8 stanzas begins with an invocation demonstrating his fear of coming into the world. He is afraid of the natural animals, that of evil spirits, because neither live in the open air nor underground. Both are active during the night, and fear light and freedom. In these two lines, there is a longing for freedom and knowledge, as the unborn child is afraid of being a slave of darkness and ignorance. The theme continued. The poet has noticed certain to offer the nothing certain to expect from the future. He lives between two worlds, that is, a world of death and an unknown new world which could arise from the ruins of the old one. The lyric is the first of the volume Springboard, and is the protest against the social and political oppression typical of the age. Here we given introduction about the poem, and here it ends. Thank you, and we'll meet again in the next session. Thank you.